Alrighty guys, welcome back to Star Wars Review. Today I'm reviewing Star Wars Rebels Season 2 Episode 6, Brothers of the Broken Horn, which was directed by Saul Ruiz and written by Bill Wolkoff, and was released on November 4th, 2015, which I thought was an okay episode. In it, we see Hondo Ohnaka for the first time in this series, which he's always fun to watch no matter what. I always enjoy him, really in any episode of either Rebels or the Clone Wars. And so, with this being his first appearance in Rebels, I liked him starting to form a, somewhat of a friendship with Ezra, which they meet because we see the Ghost Crew on Gorel, and we see Rex wanting Ezra to do blaster training, while Kanan wants him to do Jedi training, also while Hera wants him to clean the Ghost, which is what he ends up doing with Chopper, which the rest of the Ghost Crew ends up looking for some power generators or power cells or whatever, as Commander Sato tells them that on this frozen planet called Rin, I think, there's a big power outage, and so, they need power cells and whatnot to help them out. But, like I said, while the others are looking for them, Ezra and Chopper are cleaning the Ghost, which they get a distress call coming from the Broken Horn, which is Vizago's ship, and so Ezra remembers that he owes one to Vizago, so he goes to rescue him with Chopper in the Phantom, which they find the ship seemingly deserted. So Ezra heads to the cockpit where he meets Hondo Ohnaka, who tells Ezra that he won the ship in a game of sabacc against Vizago, which Ezra tells Hondo his name is Lando Calrissian, which I guess Hondo believes him. I'm not fully sure, but we see that Chopper has found some power generators on the ship, so he tells Ezra that, and Hondo reveals that he's going to sell them, which Ezra kind of strikes a deal with him to get a few of them while he helps Hondo sell the other ones, which I guess maybe Vizago was already had like a deal set to sell them, so Hondo's is going to kind of come in and finish that, which we see them head to other world. I don't know the name of it, but there's like a little it's seemingly like kind of a moon, but then there's like a space station or something. I don't know. But there they meet with the buyer, who turns out to be Az Morgan, which, he, like I said, he was expecting Vizago, and so he takes Hondo and Ezra captive and reveals who Ezra truly is to Hondo, which I loved how Hondo reacts. Instead of being mad, it makes him even more happy. I think he says, I knew I liked you, to Ezra, because of Ezra lying to him, so I thought that was funny. But Ezra was able to calm Chopper, who stayed at the ship with their share of the generators. So Chopper then comes in and, like he normally does, kills everyone and scares off Az Morgan, while Ezra ends up saving Hondo, who got put on this track thingy, which is going to shoot him out into the space area, I guess. And, Ezra ends up having to use the Force to save him, which afterwards Hondo reveals he knows what Ezra is, but he then says he's a Jedi sympathizer and once had a Jedi friend, or as he says, at least he thought he was his friend, which I assume he is referring to Obi-Wan. But they end up heading back to the ship with all the power generators and Az Morgan's credits, which he left behind, which at the ship, Hondo tries to get Ezra to kind of join his crew, which Ezra then kind of accidentally joins by asking for all the power generators instead, which Hondo agrees to it, and he then tells Chopper to go grab a drink for them, which Ezra says he'll tag along with Chopper, but along the way, they hear some banging noise, which they investigate and find Vizago locked up in the brig, which they learn Vizago's side of the story, and which, is different from Hondo's. And with Ezra owing him one, he frees Vizago, and then they go and confront Hondo, while Chopper gets the generators aboard the Phantom. But we see Ezra try to make a deal with them, which is that he takes all the generators, and then Vizago and Hondo split the credits 50-50, and I guess Vizago gets his ship back. But Vizago doesn't like that, so he turns his droids on and Ezra and Hondo then have to fight the droids, but Hondo sneaks away and then steals the Phantom, taking the credits and generators with him, which now with Vizaga not having any of those, he sends Ezra and Chopper back to Gorel on an escape pod, but Chopper then reveals that he turned the autopilot on in the Phantom, so the Phantom flew back to the Ghost, and so when they arrive back, they find Hondo, talking to the other members of the Ghost crew, doing what he normally does, pretty much just lying, and Ezra then reveals the truth, so Hondo leaves them with the power generators, but he takes the credits obviously, but the episode ends with Kanan and Ezra talking as they watch Hondo walk away, which, Ezra says that he used to be just like Hondo, but he's found a different path, with the Ghost crew and the Rebels, which I guess you could, say, even though at the start of the episode, he wasn't happy with all the stuff he has to do, but, it is still maybe not a better life, but maybe a more fulfilling life than what Hondo does. So yeah, but like I said, I thought it was an okay episode. This is more of a fun one. Hondo was great. I really liked him in it, and I loved seeing the start of his relationship with Ezra, which we'll see later on in the series. But like I said, other than that, it was just a fun episode. There's really nothing crazy about it. So yeah, but my grade, I'm going to give it a B. So yeah, but that's going to be it for this one. Next I'll review episode 7, Wings of the Masters, or Master, it's something like that. I forget. So you can check that out then. But in the meantime, check out all my other Rebels reviews and everything else too. I've been Star Wars Review, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.